It's bergkamp. Magnificent. Drifted away from Tom. Henry! And it's it's time to go!
Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining Claude on the BANSTAS. And guess what? He's no longer on the missing list. I've had to call the police up today, let them know that the man has been found. The missing posters are down there. The boy is back. And that is, of course, the man himself, Diesel. Diesel, how you doing, young man?
I'm back.
How you doing?
Oh, thank you for finding me, Terence. I was lost. I've been a lost man for a long time. Oh God.
How you been, mate? How you been and what you been up to?
Oh, mate, listen, I've just been chilling, really. I think the Euros took a lot out of us, isn't it? You know, covering it, and it's nice to have a bit of a break. You know what I mean? Obviously, with the restrictions being lifted now, obviously, I've been venturing out a bit more, as a lot of you guys have seen on Insta as well. At a do over the weekend with, and do you know what? I've got to big up these two, Lisa Mafia and MC Romeo. I'll tell you what, when I say they smashed it, Terence, they smashed it. And me growing up, I was a massive So Solid Crew fan, massive fan. I even had the eyebrow. You know what Harvey's got? That's how bad it was, right? Seeing those guys perform, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So, I'm still recovering, if I'm honest, mate. Obviously, we're not as young as we used to be, so I need 2 weeks to recover. But I've just got my voice back.
No, you look like you had a fantastic time, mate.
Yeah, it was all right, mate. Yeah, no, honestly, yeah. No, big up to my mate John, my best mate. Well, it's my brother, really. It was his 40th as well. So, John, I know you're watching, mate. Big up yourself. The party was brilliant, mate. And all night, all I was saying was 21 seconds, tap, 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 21 seconds, tap, 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 tap. Oh, it's class. Yeah. But how are we all though? How is everybody? Did you all miss me? Everybody in the chat. Be honest. You can say no. You can say no.
Of course we did, mate. Even I did. I know we don't agree on lots of things. Even I did. But before we get into it, Diesel, let's get the tongue rolling. Shout out the guys in the chat, young man.
Right, here we go. Right, tongue twister, here we come. Right, we've got Jimmy D. See, I remembered. Jimmy D, hope you well, mate. Omar's in the chat. We've got Mike England in the chat. Who else we got? We've got Shammy D in the chat. Jordan Jones, Tony Blackwell. Come on, Tone. My guy Jake. Hope you're well, Jake. AJ Bytes in the chat. Hope you're good, mate. I've said his name. Sam Dunster's in the chat as well. Craig Malloy. Hope you're well, Craig. Joshua Pilling is in the chat. Joshua Collins. Cool, we've got two Joshuas. Joshua Collins, hope you're well. Carn O'Connor. Come on, Carn. Hope you're good, mate. Static's in the chat. Static. Love you, bruv. And I think that is about... No, actually, no. I've missed one. H. Rana, 786. Come on. I haven't seen you before, mate, but thank you for turning up. Lovely.
Thank you. Hello to everyone.
Double I skills.
Jordan Jones and all. Jordan Jones.
Yeah. I said Jordan Jones.
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry.
Jordan Jones. JJ. Introducing the JJ. Come on.
Well, we've missed a lot, mate. You seem to have gone missing as soon as we started signing players. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand it, Diesel. You know what I mean? Because obviously that you as an Arteta out and these big Arteta outs don't want these players.
Hang on. Let me stop you there. This is where we're going to disagree. The first disagreement of the night. You're saying I've missed a lot. I've hardly missed anything. What have I missed? Tell? Be honest.
Well,
because before you answer that question, at the start of the transfer window, we was all, and obviously Mikel come from his mouth an overhaul. Now, overhaul to me is literally a rebuild. Buying loads of players in, but also shipping loads out. That's what I call an overhaul. Overhauling the squad, not the first 11, the squad. That's what we were told, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's not over yet, right? But we are getting very, very, very close to the end of the transfer window and also to the start of the season. Now, if anyone, unless I've got the what's that? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's my other phone. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I thought that was some update.
No, exactly. That's the old, that's the bat phone, mate. That's probably one of the birds ringing me up, asking me what I'm doing tonight. But unless I've got an overhaul mistaken, maybe the meaning of it to me is different to everyone else in the chat. This is where I'm going to rely on the guys in the chat to help me out here. Are we seeing an overhaul? Because I don't think we are. But that's just me. I've got to sort that out. Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Randy Viper with a super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. Diesel in the means that the food has arrived. Eat up tripod. That probably might be Uber Eats, what you've ordered for him, Randy. That might be the starters for Diesel when he's just about to go and get it. So we will see. But thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. Like we said, obviously we know that Tavares is confirmed now. Lokonga has signed, and Ben White has had his medical today, and we're just waiting for the announcement. You know, it's going to be any time, but we know that he's definitely an Arsenal player now. There will be, I think, 2 or 3 more signings without foul, and there will be players going out. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, but no one's gone yet. Why ain't they gone? Why ain't they gone? Well, let me ask you a question.
How are they wrong? They're not wrong, though, Till.
Let me ask you a question.
We only had 4 players at the Euros, Till. Come on.
Let me ask you a question. How many players have gone out of other teams? And before you say, forget about other teams, blah, blah, blah.
I'm not mentioning other teams. Stop
tweeting a load of shit about all these other players that are coming in to these other clubs, Diesel, and worry about your own club.
Who have I tweeted?
Worry about your own club.
Who have I tweeted?
What's his name? From coming in at Man United. Oh, is he going to be good? Is he going to be doing this? Is he in the top 20?
Tell me word for word what I said.
Who gives a shit?
Did I say he was or wasn't in the top 20? Read it carefully, my tweet. Read it. What did I put?
Diesel.
What did I put?
Where's your tweet about Ben White? Is he going to be in the top 20?
Because he's not signed yet, is he? He's not signed yet. Has it been announced? Is it official? Is it official? Is it official?
Where's your tweet
is Ben White official?
Where's your tweet about?
Don't answer the question, can you?
Where's your tweet about? Where's your tweet about?
I'm sitting here half cut, still 90% away from full recovery, and I'm still burying you. Bang!
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are them tweets?
Which one?
This is what I'm saying. Even again today, right? Even again today.
It's not official, Terence. You just said it yourself. It's not official yet.
The other 2 are.
He's having his medical today. Yeah, we've done streams on Lokonga and Tavares. I was here then. We've done streams. We've done streams on them.
Where's your tweet about them? Where's your tweets about them?
Because I don't know them.
And what?
I know Varane. I've seen Varane.
Have an opinion about him.
Varane's
a
World Cup winner. Varane's won Champions Leagues. You know, I haven't. Have you seen Lokonga and Tavares? I'll ask you. Do you know him?
I've seen him in the 2 pre-season games.
You know him. Where's your tweets? Where's your tweets?
Pre-seasons.
You haven't got tweets, no?
I've been on here saying it.
Oh, you've been on here every single... Right, okay. Sorry.
I've been on here saying it.
I must have missed the notifications, Terence. I must have missed the notifications. Sorry.
Why you've been living up with these stars now since you become a YouTube star? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I'm loving it. Go on, Terence.
Listen, we get back onto the transfers and that in a minute. Obviously, there was a game behind closed doors today. Arsenal against Watford. We won 4-1. Eddie and Tekie, Lacazette, Tierney, and Aziz scored today. I mean, you know, that's in the last 2 games. We've scored 8 goals, let in 2. We're going to win the league now, aren't we? We're going to win the league. That's what all you ARTETA out people think.
No, that's what you think.
Us ARTETA in people now, we believe that we're going to go and win the league now. That's what you think.
That's the first
Exactly,
true
that's
thing
what I'm
you said tonight.
Ridiculous.
That's the
ridiculous.
first true
But
thing.
listen,
And before we carry on, we can't have Randy Viper's chat on here too long. Randy, thank you very much.
Read it out. You weren't. This was when you went and had your phone call quickly.
Oh, Diesel. Oh, sorry. Oh, Diesel's in means the food has arrived. Come on, eat up tripod.
I said it was probably the Uber Eats on the phone saying it's a delivery.
See, he's remembered my nickname. Look, go on, Randy. Big up yourself. Come on. Thank you very much, mate. Octopus here. But yeah. Randy, I love you. I've missed you.
And another one. Oh, straight in.
Come, the ribeye steak's coming on a bit lively now. It's all seasoned up in the kitchen, just waiting to be fried. Randy, Diesel, my cousin, I didn't feed Tell when you were gone. I can see you didn't. I can hardly see Terence on the stream. He's wasting away,
man. Fading away.
Yeah, you're wasting away, mate. Good as well. Good. Every time he comes up with this deluded nonsense, he doesn't get fed.
Right, Diesel. Yeah, pre-season 4-1 again today against Watford. I don't know if you see it. Conga started, and to be fair, the two after he's played, he looks really good. Looks really good, mate.
Yeah, he does. I saw the Aziz goal. I thought was quality as well.
Yeah, good goal.
To be fair, at some point last season. Do you remember? I think we did mention. No, I think it was towards the end of the season. I think when we realised that we got nothing to play for, really. Do you remember? Like we did a couple of streams where I did say to you, like, no, I'll tell you when it was. It was when we went out to Villarreal. So we knew that we weren't going to get into Europe, and it was a case of I was saying to you when I was like, why doesn't Arteta just these players have? As much as I don't rate this manager, right, I do feel a little bit sorry for him in terms of. A lot of the senior players let him down last season, and they let him down in a big way, right? Now, obviously, we all know that with kids, you're young, you're hungry, you're fearless, you're impressionable. You want to get on the pitch and make an impression, right? So Aziz was one of them because every time I've seen him play, you've seen enough to think, do you know what? He's quite a tidy player. You know, and every time he's come on, he's done something, isn't he? Like he works, you know, he's a decent player. Like to a point where you look at him and think, do you know what? Give him a few more minutes. It's just what you got to lose because this lot are letting you down. Do you know what I mean? So you know, if they're letting you down, you know, put your money on that kid because the likelihood is he's going to go out and try and battle for you. I'm Miguel Aziz. I'm quite excited by him, if I'm honest with you. Really good goal. Lokonga as well. I thought I thought he was better in the last game, but he was good in this one. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think that the very first game he played the other day, I thought he looked really good in that. Listen, we can't take much away. Obviously, he's going to be playing levels above. Obviously, as soon as the season starts, but. I suppose we can only comment on what we see, right? So, like, it's a case of obviously it bodes well. It bodes well. You know, he's a good little player. I think he'll play well alongside Partey. What I like about Lokonga is he's mobile, and I think what it is. I think us fans. I think you have to realise as well. We've been so used to watching Xhaka, who, let's be honest, he's slow. You know, he's not mobile at all. So to get a player in there who is mobile, who can get up and down the pitch and get up and down the pitch comfortably, do you know what I'm saying? You know, he's got a presence about him. He's quick. And how many times have I said to you, Tel, I want lumps in that midfield. I want to, go back to how it was back in the day. I want a strong, physical, tall presence. Do you know what I'm saying? Because so many times last season, we saw so many teams beating us, Tel, and just walking through our midfield. Going through our midfield, literally like a knife through butter. Yeah. And when you look at Partey and Lokonga, and don't get me wrong, the jury's still out on Lokonga, still out. But from how he looks, from the little bit of obviously of play that we've seen him, do you know what I'm saying? You have to say straight away he's an upgrade on Xhaka straight away. Oh, yeah. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, two physical players, in the centre there. I still think we need another midfielder. I do. Yeah. I really do. In fact, I'd say two. But Yeah, listen, we can only comment on what we've seen. So, yeah, I'm impressed so far. But obviously, the real test is the season. When the season starts, isn't it? So, but he's mobile, he can run. That'll do for us. Do you know what I'm saying?
To be fair, I think, obviously, like you just said, we can't read nothing in these games, Diesel. You know what I mean? So I've watched both of them. Yes, we look like we've dominated them, but it's just training games. You know what I mean? It's there's no quickness about it. There's no intensity about it. There's no sort of tackles flying in. You know what I mean? There's nothing like that. So to me, it's just training. Yeah. It's just fitness. Do you know what I mean? So all we can do is look at what we can see on the live stream, and that is at the moment he's played basically 45 minutes and 45 minutes, and to me he looks good at the minute. He looks really good. He looks like what we need. He looks like with Partey is a lot more comfortable with him already, and he's he's younger than Xhaka, got less experience than Xhaka, because don't forget Xhaka is an international player, but already Partey looks a lot more confident with Lokonga there. I know that obviously there's going to be bigger and better challenges to come and harder challenges, but like you said, we can only go by what we're seeing at the moment. So he looks really good. Tavares, listen, I know a lot of people have said that they've heard rumours or, from fans that he can't really defend and things like that. I'll tell you what I did see, and what I did see from in both games is that when he does lose the ball up the field, he's got some speed to get back straight away. Straight away. So, I mean, obviously, we've got Tierney at left back anyway, which we already know is going to be our main player. Hopefully, he's so fit. But if he does get an injury at the moment, we've got a player that's going to come in, that's going to fight for his place. He's a young player that's going to be determined, that ain't going to be just happy to get his wages and just sit there, Diesel, like all the other Muppets we've had here before.
Yeah, but you don't know. You can't say that. It's too early. Like, you don't know.
No. What I mean is, I'm not going to say he's going to turn out to be a great player. What I'm saying is that he's going to want to try and get his place. That's the beauty of this now. With these new players coming in, young age at 21 years old, he ain't just going to want to sit there and just be a bit part player. You can see that. Even Lokonga, he doesn't want to just sit there and just say, well, you know what, Partey's going to be the main man and whoever else comes in is going to be the main man. So I could just sit there on the bench and just be happy with it. They're going to be hungry to get on that pitch already. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference already for me. That's what I'm excited about. We're going to have players moving forward that want to get in this team, that don't just want to sit there.
How can you tell that after literally a couple of pre-season games?
Well, I don't understand. If you're a 21-year-old player coming into a team like Arsenal and you've got these players here, surely you know that I've got to perform. Otherwise, I'm just coming here to do what?
It's funny because I say that about Guendouzi when you don't believe me, but anyway. But yeah, look,
I think already you can see Lokonga is miles ahead of Guendouzi. And like I said on the last stream, Diesel, if Arsenal didn't put a top on him, let's be real, if he didn't have an Arsenal top on him, no one would be talking about Guendouzi whatsoever. It's only because he's worn an Arsenal top that people know who he is. Let's be real. Let's be real now. Even you've got to admit that. If he didn't have an Arsenal top on, no one would be talking about Guendouzi whatsoever. No one. We would not even know his name.
Yeah, well, that's irrelevant, isn't it? Like,
it is. We only know of him.
It's the same with Lokonga and Tavares, isn't it?
I'm telling you what, now. And the other day, let's be real, right? People always say, oh, you ARTETA-ins, look, you look at Lokonga, you say he's going to be brilliant only by looking at a little video. You've looked at a little video on YouTube, and that's it. Well, the other day, when he had a friendly game against Olympiacos, all the Arteta hats were putting little clips on of the little passes he was doing at Marseille. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Who cares what he's doing at Marseille now? He's gone. He's not our player. That's it. We move on. We move on. Even if you like him or not. We can't do anything about it. He's gone. So you move on.
Yeah. Well, listen, certain players, a lot of fans still to this day, including myself, still feel a bit hurt by the Martinez move to Villa. You know, and as easy as it is to say, well, he's not our player anymore, so, you know, get over it. But, you know, it's not us who sold him. It's the manager. It's the club, isn't it? It's
legal.
Do you know what I mean?
Again, I know what you're saying.
Look at Ramsdale, right? If you look at Ramsdale, I think Ramsdale's shit, mate. I don't rate him at all, right? Yeah. And yet they're looking at a higher fee than what we sold Martinez for. And then let's be honest. But if we're going to prize him away, they're not going to give him away. You know what I mean? You know, you're looking at upwards of 30 mil, right? Because they don't have to sell. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you know, rightly so. If I was that club, I'd hold out for as much money as you know. Look at Ben White. Ben White ain't worth 50 million, no chance, right? But he's British, so obviously, you know, that adds a premium straight away, right? Plus, he's broken into the England squad. I mean, that just adds another 5-10 million anyway, right? We all know that, right? Yeah. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's the inflated prices in this country, right? But what I'm saying to you, let's be real, Tel. You know, if I said to you, who would you rather have, Martinez in goal or Ramsdale? Even you would go my way. Do you know what I'm saying? So exactly. So let's be honest, it's a balls up by the club. It is especially the Copa America he's just had, right? Some fans find it hard to accept, and I get that. I do get it.
But the thing is, you know what the reason is for me and all. Look, yes, he done fantastic for us for 6 months. He's been with us for 10 years. Don't forget, for 6 months he was really good for us. And look what he's gone and done for Argentina. Fantastic. You know, he didn't do it for Villa, did he? Because Villa would have finished above us, right? But the thing is,
but he's one man still. You can't say that.
What I don't understand is that we always moan about the players like Fabregas and Van Persie and all these players. Well, if you don't want to be here, fuck off. If you don't want to be here, fuck off. Now, he didn't want to stay. He did not want to stay and fight for his place. Right?
No, yes, I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Hold up. Listen, if he would have stayed,
that was your manager ballsing up, not him.
Hold up, Diesel. If he wanted to stay, right? If he wanted to stay, he could have stayed.
He couldn't. No.
He didn't want to fight for his place. He was told, right, that no one.
No, I'm not having that.
He was told. Hold up. He was told that Leno is his number one and he's going to be number two.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. So obviously he didn't want to fight for his place. He didn't want to be that.
No, it's not about fighting. Tell. Stop defending this shit manager.
Come on. No.
Enough now.
Stop defending him.
Enough now. Right. Samir Nasri, right? It was the same when Nasri. Do you remember when Fabregas got injured? Right, Nasri come in. Nasri was our player of that season. He was on fire, right? Yep. The goals he scored, he couldn't have done any more. Mm-hmm. Fabregas comes back from injury, right? Yep. This is the difference, right, between Arsenal and at that time Wenger, and the difference between him and the Ferguson. Yeah, no matter who you was at Man United, if you're injured, right, and so has come in and is doing the business. That player who's been injured, bigger name or not, you have to fight your way to get back into this team because he's doing the business. Fabregas got injured. As soon as he was fit again, in you come Cesc. Nasri, Samir, do you mind? And Nasri, I thought, hang on a minute, no. After that, Tel, I'm gone. There's nothing more you can do. What more could he have done? He was on fire. Martinez was on fire. Everyone saw it. Everyone knew it. And before I hear all this rubbish about, but he was at the club for 10 years. What did he do before? I don't care about before. I'm about the here and now. That's not a fluke, Tel. Game after game, right? He dominated his box. Right? He had a mouth on him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Come on. He's a bigger presence in goal.
I'm not saying he wasn't a good player.
Exactly. That wasn't a fluke. Right? Game after game, he impressed. He hardly put a foot wrong. Comes to the end of the season, and he's told, right, he's burnt back now. He's fit again, Martinez. So just so you know, going forward, he will be my number one. But if you want to stay, you can. But I'm just letting you know, he going forward will be my. Now, Tel, if that was you, right? You've got a son. I've got a son. If they come home and said, the manager's just told me, as fathers, we would. He said what? After those 3 or 4 months, right, where you was bossing it, You don't even have a shout at being number one. You're told he will be number one. You can stay, but no matter what you've done, he will be. No, as a father, I'll tell my son, go and tell that manager to go and fuck himself. After that, no, and you would do the same. You would do the same. I use it as an example because that's the only way I can try and get you to think, actually, Diesel's got a point. Yeah?
No.
Come on, Tel. Come on, man.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that if he would have come back in, I think he would have cemented that place again. I'm not saying that just because he was going to be number one, Leno, that he would have started with him. That he would have started with Leno. Just because you're a number two doesn't mean that you're not going to start the season or start a game or whatever. Does not matter.
Terry,
right?
Listen, Tell, me and you have always said the one thing, right, that me and you have always agreed on, the one thing, right, since we've been doing these streams, is we come from the old school of thought, If you perform, you keep the shirt. End of. Right? Doesn't matter if he's a bigger name or whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all about who's doing the business now. Right? Leno was playing okay. He got injured. It's a fact of life. Players get injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But whilst he was out, this man not only come in and done a job, he done a job and a half. Right? Yeah. So I'm sorry, that's where Mikel was ballsed up, because for me, bigger name or not, you're performing, you're keeping the shirt. Until you give me just cause to drop you, I can't drop him. So he should have said to Leno, you know what? I can't drop him. As well
as we say that, right? That's what I'm saying now, right? This is what I'm saying. If you're the manager now and you've got Thuram coming in and you've got Ben White coming in, and Ben White was at your number one, and then Thuram was your number one, and then you're brought Ben White in, right? And Thuram gets injured and Ben White comes in, even though you think he's great, you're still going to go back to Thuram because of
no, I wouldn't know.
You would.
If Ben White's doing the business. He's put me in a position where I can't drop him. Think about it. Come on, it's not about names. It's not about names.
You know why you would? Because what you go on about all the time is Thuram's won 4 Champions League. He's won 3 leagues out in with Real Madrid. He's won this and he's won that. So I've got to go back with him because he's got more experience. I agree with what you're saying, but I'm telling you.
I don't agree with that.
I'm telling you now.
I don't agree with that, Tel. You live and die on the sword by these players. If we've got Varane, he's out injured, right?
Yeah.
It's irrelevant whether, say he was playing for us, Tel, and he was doing the business. He gets injured for about 3 months. Yeah. Ben White comes in, and Ben White's doing the business. I can't drop Ben White, even though Varane is a bigger. Until Ben White gives me a reason to drop him, you can't. Listen, I've said to you, one of my famous sayings on this stream: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I
agree with you. But when you're in that position, I'm telling you now. Same as if you go back to Henry and Bergkamp, right? If they got injured for 2 months and someone come in and was doing the business, and then Henry and Bergkamp was back. Who are you going to play? You're going to play that player, or are you going to play Henry and Bergkamp? Let's be honest. Let's be real.
No. So what you're saying now, right? This is where, as in international England, this is why we always have a big thingy with England, because it's all about names. Over the years, it's all about the golden generation, right? Yeah. Me and you have both sat on these streams and said, hang on a minute, right? Yeah. You won't play Grealish. What? Because he plays for little old Villa down the bottom of the table. You're playing him because he plays for Man United or Liverpool, right? It's the same thing. It's not about names, Tel, right? If Bergkamp is out, I love Bergkamp, right? Don't get me wrong. But if he's out injured, right, and little boy down the road has come in and he's firing for me, Tel, until he gives me a reason to drop him. That's where, as a manager, that's what determines a world-class manager, right? Yeah. From the shit one, right? Fergie. I hate Man United with a passion. You know this. I cannot stand Man United. You look at Fergie, wasn't afraid of things like that, right? Whoever's doing the business for him is flavour of the month. If David Beckham has got to sit out and wait his turn, right, because so-and-so, matey boy over there, he's smashing it, then David Beckham, you know what, bruv? You're waiting. I love that, Tel. Do you get what I'm saying? DJ Crane, sorry.
Yeah, go on, do that one, and then we've got one from Randy Viper. I don't want to lose it. Sorry, go on, mate.
DJ Crane, my guy. Thank you very much, mate, for the super chat. He's put big up, guys. So far, we have seen the player. Now, hear this, Terence, because this is true. Big up, guys. So far, we have seen the players that are linked with moves away, and Deadwood gain fitness. 2 young players and an overpaid centre-back have come. How is it? How is it massive business done? How is that positive? Now, I won't put my house in it, but I've got a sneaky suspicion that DJ Crane has directed that to you, not me. So, yeah.
Like I said, 2 young players. You might think they're overpaid. I don't think they're overpaid. I mean, we got one for 8 million and one for 17 million. 21-year-olds coming in. Hopefully,
No, he's on about Ben White.
Ben White coming in, yeah, going to be 50 million. Is he an upgrade on who we've got at the moment? Well, I would imagine he would. I think he is.
Me and you are upgrades on what we've got at the moment.
Do you know what I mean? You got David Luiz now that's gone, thank God. You've got Mustafi that's gone, thank God. You've got what's the other one? I can't think of his name. The other defender. Yeah, he's gone and all. And the other one, we had another defender were gone. The Greek one, Pat, wasn't it? The other one. Socrates is gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. We've got all these defenders gone now, right? Don't forget, just because we ain't got a few first team coming in yet, we still need a squad. We still need a squad of players. This is what I don't understand. We still need a squad of players to come in. If we get rid of these players, we need players to come in, no matter what.
Yeah, but 50 million for a squad player? Come on, man.
50 million, which is going to be 75 million by the end of it. Ferran's going to be 180 million, who's on 400 grand a week. Now, we're saying about aubameyang and all that, and he's on these wages. Why are we doing this? He's on, apparently, with the rumours, he's on 400 grand a week when he goes to Man U. The whole deal at the end of it will be 180 million. Now, Ben White, obviously, we're paying 50 million, but by the end of it, I think we're paying him 100 grand a week at the moment. If you look at the rumours, only ends up about 75 to 80 million at the end of it. We're paying 30 million now and then 10 million over the next 2 years.
Yeah,
but this is what I'm saying. Everyone will jump on the bandwagon straight away. Oh, it's 50 million. He's getting this, he's getting that, blah, 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 blah. But they won't look at the whole package, Diesel. That's what I'm saying. It's just straight in with the rabbit, and they don't look at the whole package. Just quickly, sorry, because we've got another.
Yeah, go on.
Lose it, mate. I want to lose it.
Come on, Randy, Viper, bro, Viper, Randy, go on. Glad to have Lakonga over hyped Guendouzi till. No, Randy, no.
Yes,
no,
Randy.
No.
It's him, Randy.
I've gone from hyping him up to now hyping him down.
Yes,
no, Randy. No, Randy. No, you owe me another steak now. Comment like that. How dare you side with the enemy? But I'll let you off, Randy. Right, you've kept me fed.
I like your opinion, mate.
He's kept me fed for weeks. I'll let him off.
You'll add that one. That one mistake.
Yeah, only one though. Don't take the piss.
That's one black mark. One black mark against your name there, Randy.
You know what I mean?
Look, no, just quickly getting back to it. Like I said, we still need a whole squad. You know what I mean? We still need a squad going forward. We've got, in my eyes, I think we've got a big, massive week and a half coming up because we've got 2 weeks before we start the Premiership. Obviously, we need to get players out. And like I said, Diesel, right? This is the big question I want to ask, right? Mm-hmm. This is a big question I want to ask you. Us Arsenal fans say, why don't we go out and get our work done early? If we want a player, say, for instance, like Maddison, yeah? If we want Maddison, why don't we just go and offer him the money and get it over and done with? Yeah, that's what we always say. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right? So, let me ask you this question then. Right? Apparently, Roma want Xhaka. Apparently, Inter Milan want Bellerin. Yeah? And other teams like Olympiacos are coming in apparently for Willock. Why don't they come in and just say, right, we're going to offer you 20 million. We want your player. Let's get it done and dusted. Why don't we look at it at that angle? Why is it always, well, Arsenal obviously don't want to sell him. Arsenal don't want to sell him.
Big up to Lily.
Big up, Leanne. Why don't it work the other way? Firstly,
to have an open mind and to use your words, ITKs and all that rubbish, right? We don't know. I personally think Roma want him. I've heard, and again, I don't know if this is true, so, you know, we don't know. We're not privy to it. But, you know, Arsenal are holding out for a certain price. Roma have offered one price. We want a bit more. Obviously, we're trying to. Look, in one sense, you look and you think, do you know what? Fair play to Arsenal, for not just rolling over, right? If you look at it that way, we want 25 for Xhaka. Roma, no, we'll give you 20. Arsenal of old, okay then, right? Arsenal, today, if the rumours are true, no. We said 25, we want 25. Anything less than that, we're not selling him, right? So if that is true, then there is a part of me that thinks, yes, Arsenal, go on, about time, right? However, from a support, from a fan's point of view, this is a player who's clearly not good enough. And personally, I don't think there's anyone, me, you, anyone in this chat who would say no to 20 million for Xhaka, right? You'd bite their hand off, right? But that's us as fans, yeah? So, look, we don't know. What worries me, Till, with every day that goes by, I'm hearing less and less and less about the Roma and Xhaka thing, and that worries me a little bit because I do not want him here next season. I don't, right? And if it's 25, they're offering 20, meet in the middle, 22. Just take it. Take it. Just take it. We need to offload players. We've bought, 3 players in. We need to offload. We need to obviously free up some wages as well, right? So just get rid of him. Get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just Xhaka, there's others. Look, Bellerin. Now, if that is true, Bellerin's turned around to the club and said, do you know what? I want to go. I fancy a new challenge. You're telling us you want to go. You want a new challenge. No. The minute I hear words like that, do you know what? Whoever's got 5-10 million knocking the back, just give me that, and you can have him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Tell absolute joker.
I totally agree.
I can't say what. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, go on. Just quickly read these. There's 2 from Randy Viper again before we lose them, mate.
Big up, Randy. Come on. No. Martinez was given number 1. That self-entitled prat Leno cried and wanted to be number 1. Martinez deserved number 1. Leno was an Emery signing, by the way. Crap.
And we've got another one there quickly.
Martinez, second most clean sheets, by the way. What about Leno? See, Randy, you're back on my side now. Spitting facts, Randy. Facts. Come on. That time. See? He had a little phase where, do you know what it is, Randy? It's because I've been away for a couple of weeks. Right, and you've been watching Terence, and you've allowed Terence. It's like watching the Demon Headmaster. No, I look into my eyes, not around my eyes, into my eyes, not around my eyes, into my eyes. And where you've done that, you've allowed him to cast his spell on you. Well, Diesel's back now, so now you're not having Randy, Terence. I'm taking you back. Yeah? Come on.
Roger, you're right here, mate. He said, I think it's our business is done, really. Look at how Leicester managed the Harry Maguire deal. Said they wouldn't sell for less than 100 million, but sold for 80 million. I just think it's a lot of it. It's a light chess, Diesel. Whereas, you know what I mean, Roma want him, and probably can you just wait until we get rid of this player and blah. And it's just a knock-on effect for everyone. I think that's what happens with football teams. I don't know why. I don't know why. I wish they didn't do that, but sometimes that seems to happen, Diesel.
Oh, it is, yeah. Listen, sometimes it's also a case of too many cooks. Look, the one thing I will say as well, right? I think we've touched on this, before on the channel, right? The Arsenal fans, and I've said this before. Listen, I've got no issue in saying this, right? We are the worst fan base in my opinion, right? Because the media know how to play us, right? Anyone who thinks Man United getting Varane, right? Anyone who thinks Man United are paying the whole of that 75 million up front. I mean, seriously, have a word with yourselves, right? But no one talks about that. When Arsenal do a deal and it's installments and we're paying, like, for example, Ben White, maybe we're paying 20, 25 up front, the rest will be in installments, right? That is how most deals are done. Varane, yeah, do you know what? It's funny, right? Because Man United is, who's the player? Not Man United, Liverpool, yeah? Barcelona are still paying Coutinho, yeah? They're still paying Liverpool. They're still paying installments for Coutinho. Look, how long ago was that deal done? Do you know what I'm saying? Man United, right, are having the same thing done. It's the same setup with Varane, but no one talks about that. But when it comes to the Arsenal, because the media know our fan base is so easily played with, right, they start Arsenal have only, this summer Arsenal have only got 50 million at war chest. Arsenal have only got 20. It's never true because we always spend more.
Yeah.
But yet we still fall for it every single summer. And it's like, seriously, wake up, guys.
Yeah.
Wake up and smell the cappuccino, yeah? You know what I mean?
It's the same thing again earlier on. Let's quickly move on to, just quickly, Neil, thank you very much, Neil Salimans. Hope you're well, mate, saying, why are we crying about players that left? I don't know, mate. I really don't know. But, some fans do. I think it's more to do with ARTETA out and, I mean, it's more of an argument for that, to be honest. But just quickly, but yeah, what you were saying, Diesel, it's the same thing again. Darnesh, is that his name off of Sky Sports?
I ain't got a clue, mate.
Darnesh, the one who does the transfer, I think that's his name. He was saying just a minute ago, apparently, because this rumour won't go away. James Maddison, apparently we're after him. We want to get him. And again, he said that Arsenal want to get him. It's going to cost them about 60 to 70 million. But guess what? You're never going to believe it. Apparently, Arsenal need to sell before we can buy. I mean, is this all the shit that they come out with every single time there's a transfer window?
Yeah, but you see that I can believe though, because we have brought 3 players in and we do have a big squad. So we do need to offload. So it wouldn't surprise me if they've given Mikel these 3 players. Look, we all know the Ben White deal's done, right? So I'm classing it as 3. Yeah. So, but that's not just Arsenal. In defence of Arsenal, it's not just them. If you buy 3 or 4 players, right, your wage bill suddenly. Do you know what I'm saying? So, it's natural for a board to say, look, all right, you've got those 3 in the door. Now, Mikel, we really do need to offload a few players just to balance the books, right? Yeah. And don't forget, it's been a COVID hit year. Everyone's been affected by it, right? Even though Arsenal have got loads of money, of course they have, right? We all know that. But it's affected everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? So, there's no way we're going to go out and buy 3, 4, 5 players and not sell anyone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying we need to balance the books. We are a self-sustaining club at the end of the day, right? It's irrelevant how much Kroenke's worth. We're self-sustaining. So if we buy 3, Josh said we've got to sell 2. If we buy 4, we've got to sell 3. We've got to balance. You know what I mean? Some of these players who aren't here, and don't forget, some players have left, but a lot of players are out on loan. Meaning we're probably still paying half their salary, so they're not entirely gone. Ozil, I think we're still paying him. I'm sure we're still paying Ozil.
No,
we're giving him some big settlement or whatever.
Done.
Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? So, but we do need to sell. We've got we've got a big squad. We're not in Europe next season, so we won't be playing anywhere near the amount of games we normally do. So they're probably looking at it thinking, it's a perfect time, really, to get rid of the deadwood, because some of these players who don't start for us are on big money, you know what I'm saying? Arsenal pay very well, but we know this. Do you know what I'm saying? So they must be looking at it thinking it's just a waste of money. We're paying him all that money. He don't even play for us. He don't even play.
Yeah, no, I get
what I'm saying. So,
Well, if you look at the team today, right? You look at the team today. For me personally, this is who I would start selling. Bellerin, we've said it for a long time, Diesel.
Yep, agree that.
Bellerin, definitely. For me, I don't think Nelson's going to make it at Arsenal. I just don't see it. Yeah. Every time that I watch him play, it just doesn't look to me like he's going to be an Arsenal player. So instead of waiting around, he's not in the same league as Saka or Smith Rowe. Without a doubt, he's not nowhere near that. So I would get rid of Nelson. I'd be looking to get rid of what's that? That buff dude.
He's next to me, Jetman. He's next to me, mate. Go on,
he's back here. That's why. That's what it is. We've got another super chat there. Quickly, you want to get that in?
Randy, my guy. Steak, cuts, chips now, Terence. Where's Saka? Lone Star. Oh, these emojis always throw me. Where's Saka, Lone Star? No excuses for Saka now. Randy's got a love for Saka,
squad, isn't he? So he'd be back, I would imagine, in the next week or so. So
yeah, they should be all back now because I think Tierney's back. I know, obviously.
We
got to the final. Yeah. So he would have had a bit longer, but yeah.
But Tierney cut his holiday short to get back into fitness.
Yeah, oh, he's obviously worried. Tell about Tavares coming in, taking his spot, eh?
There you go.
Come on,
There you go.
Arteta rings are probably going with that one, ain't you? Eh?
It could be. It could be. Listen, I don't care that he's cut his holiday short. I just want him to have at least 3/4 of the season in the Arsenal team this season. Don't we all? Surely. That's got to be the end goal. We've got to have at least 3/4 of the season with him. Don't you think?
Yeah, look, going back to, you know what you said there about Reece Nelson, yeah? So, Bellerin, I agree with you. What I'd like to see, right, I don't get why Arsenal don't do this. You see, like, for example, Reece Nelson, right? It's hard because sometimes I see him and I think, do you know what? There is a bit of a player in there. Yeah, but he said, no, but hear me out. What I would do, if they're not going to sell him, if they don't want to sell him, you know what it is? I reckon this is historical because Arsenal, do you remember back in the day when we got so burnt with Andy Cole? And I think they've never really recovered from that because obviously look what he went. I'm not saying Reece Nelson, but look what he went to be, right? Serge Gnabry as well, right? He's another one, yeah. If you're going to loan these players, loan them to a Premier League club. All right, look at Joe Willock. Right, Chris is his brother, innit? Look at Joe. Went to Newcastle, yeah? 8 goals in 6, 7 games, right? See how they progress. They're right on your doorstep. Do you know what I'm saying? You can watch them. I don't really get loaning them out to these leagues abroad, right? See if they can cut it here. If they're not ready for us, right? You're telling me a Fulham won't take a Reece Nelson, a West Brom, a Norwich.
Listen. Come on. You saying that, Diesel, is absolutely brilliant because now, don't forget, we've got someone in the Premier League who we're going to have a special friendship with. And that's obviously Patrick Vieira at Crystal Palace. So now he's gone there. We can turn around and say, Patrick, look, let's give you some of these players on loan. Do you know what I mean? Get them playing for Palace. And then obviously we can have a look at them. So that is a great idea, and obviously, hopefully, that will happen now. A couple of more super chats quickly, Diesel.
Yeah, Sammy Elliott, thank you very much, mate. He's put big up, boys. Come on, Sammy, short and sweet, love it. Just like me. No, just like Terence. But thank you very much. Sammy's put, I'm not happy being linked with Tammy Abraham, if I'm honest. See, that's another one that we've not touched on, mate. I've got a bit.
See, the finish with this one, right? The finish with this one, where did this rumour start off with?
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it weren't our mate Tony, was it?
Football.
To be fair, though, Tel, it has gathered pace, though. Listen, come on. Listen, I'm not saying we must believe everything that we hear, but at the same time, Tel, with a lot of these things, ain't no smoke without fire.
Well, I don't know. I mean, how many players have we been linked with down the years, right? And we keep, we got all excited. Benzema, do you remember that one?
No, would you not believe it? Us buying a player from Chelsea. We buy a player from Chelsea every single Sunday. Well, why don't you believe that?
He's not over 30.
We don't learn.
But
yeah, no, he plays like he's over 30.
Tammy Abrahams, look.
We're still paying his wages. Told you, Ozil. Go on, Liam. We're still paying Ozil's wages. I told you. Look,
I don't think we are, Liam. I think it's all over and done with. Liam.
Tinted red glasses. Love that name. Thank you very much.
You know why I say that and all, Diesel, is because no matter what, at the end of this last season, he would have been a free player because obviously his contract was up. So why would we still be paying his wages now? I'm sure that his wages are all done now.
I know, but we were so desperate to get him out here. We wouldn't surprise because don't forget he had us by the balls. So he could have said, "All right, I'll go now, but I want A, B, and C." And as a club, do you know what? Just take it. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Because it was getting poison, wasn't it? It was getting toxic, wasn't it? Like.
That's what I'm saying. That sort of group, I'm glad that they're all gone now. That's what I'm saying, mate. You know what I mean? Them players.
No, I agree. But at what cost? Do you know what I'm saying? So you never know.
At the end of the day, they're gone now. So I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't care what's happening in the background with them. I don't care. I'm like you said, I'm worried about what's going on there. what's going on now is, when was the last time that we got 3 players in this early in the transfer market? Well, not only just 3 players, obviously, we're tying down our most important players at the club, which we haven't been doing for the past 4 or 5 years. Smith Rowe, again, another one. Apparently, don't forget, he was going to Aston Villa because they outbid us for Bendera, and all of a sudden they was going to get Smith Rowe, apparently. That's what, well, I know the Arteta out fans, most of them, was hoping for that to happen, and then that Arteta would have obviously got sacked for that. But it was never going to happen. It was never going to happen because he's an Arsenal through and through, the boy. Do you know what I mean? And if you look at his interviews, he wants to be a club legend. He even says it himself. So, do you know what I mean? It's
exactly nothing to do with Mikel, then, is it?
Well, if he wants to be a club legend, that's all down to him. If he wants to be a club legend, isn't it? You've got to fight for your place like he has done. And
it's not like he's signed for Arsenal because of the chance to work under Mikel. Well, he's signed because he wants to be a legend and he loves the club, and he knows Mikel. It's just a matter of time before he won't be here. So, or are you going to spin your usual yarn of he's only signed because he gets to carry on working under this great manager?
No, he signed
because
of the club Arsenal. He signed because of the great club Arsenal. He signed because obviously he likes what he sees under this manager.
That's what I love about you, Tell. You always give me a laugh.
Again, Diesel. I remember all them podcasts we used to do with Bellerin. This manager, he absolutely ruining this player. Why is he going to stay here? He's going to go. He's going to go, Bellerin. And all because of this manager. Do you remember when you said that?
Stop it, Tell. You're even making Joshua laugh. Stop it now. Stop it.
Remember when you said that, Diesel? Do you remember when you said that?
And Shammy, God, you're going to kill us, Tell. Stop it.
Remember when you said that? Do you remember when you said it?
What, Bellerin?
Yeah, that this manager's ruined him. And now this manager's going to sell our best, how'd you say that word? Commodity or whatever you say, however you say it. You know what I mean? Bellerin, everyone wants him. This manager don't want him. He's ruined him. He's ruined Martinelli. He's ruining all these players. And guess what?
Be honest, Hotel. Did I say he was ruining him? Did I say? I didn't say that, did I? No,
hold up.
I did moan about it. But
he's not playing him. So why didn't he go? This is what I'm saying.
Because it's it's bigger than Mikel Arteta. It's like Varane, right? Look at what. No, not that I'm. But look at what he's won, right? Now listen, I'm like you. He might go there and flop. It's a different league, right? No, I don't think it's guaranteed he's going to go there. He's the missing piece of the jigsaw. Man United are going to win everything. I said that to you about Sancho. I don't think Sancho's going to do anything great. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, yeah, right. But what I'm saying is, I don't think those 2 players have gone there because, oh my God, I get to work with Solskjaer. Wow. No, it's the club. It's Man United. Man United are a big pool. I hate them. Arsenal, big club. The 3rd biggest club in the country, right? Globally, worldwide. I still think we're a bigger club than Chelsea, in my opinion. Right? But I go on history and prestige and global base and stuff like that, right? So you're at the Arsenal, and let's be honest, Tel, no one works for free, right? Money is a factor. Not the only factor, but it is a factor. Do you know what I'm saying? So some of these players, Till, we all know Arsenal pay extremely well. You know, there's players here who they know they're not going to get that same amount of money elsewhere. They might go to a bigger club, but they won't be on bigger money. So that is a factor. Not the only one, but it is a factor.
Everything's a factor.
So I'm saying, exactly.
Everything's a factor, but what I'm saying is that you will only look at that side of the factor because obviously, let's be honest. You know what I mean? Let's have real talk here. You don't want Mikel here, and you don't like the manager. So obviously, what you will do is, I'm not trying to dig you out or anything. All I'm saying is this is real talk here. You know what I mean? You can look at the negative side of things and try and swing it to your argument. Same as me. Obviously, I want Arteta here. I can see what he's trying to do. So I will try and swing it to my argument. We can all do that. But what I'm trying to say is if you look down the middle of it, right? If you go down the middle of it, you've got to look at both sides all the time. And I look at both sides in my eyes. Yes, I say that obviously these players are coming in and you know, they look good and whatever. But, you know, of course I know that they could turn around and be absolutely shit. And Arteta might get it wrong, even with the Ben White deal and things like that. But what people will do is, like on the Arteta outside, is why are we paying 50 million for Ben White? He's shit. What are we doing about that? Why are we going for him? We're just taking this club backwards. But
No.
what I'm saying is that they won't even look at the side of it as if to say, well, what if he does turn out to be quite a good player and he propels us forward? And then what?
Oh, no, if that's the case, then obviously 50 million, you'd have to look at. Do you know what? I remember when Liverpool got Van Dijk, right? Mm-hmm. And even then, 75 million. Whoa. Don't get me wrong, good player, but he was at Southampton. No one was looking at him thinking he's a 75 million pound player. Now, that looks like it's peanuts. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? So Ben White, listen, for all we know, he could come in, do the business tell, and all of a sudden 50 million's a snip, right? But let's be honest, nine times out of 10, the majority of the fans, the minute they saw Ben White 50 million in the same sentence, and I'm one of them, I thought, how much? Mm-hmm. I did. I think you would have. I think we all did. You know, it is a bit, but we allow the media and that to get into our heads. So like when we're hearing every summer, oh, Arsenal have only got 80 million to spend. 80 million, and the majority of that budget is going on that one player. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, Till. It happens to the best of us. Because we read this nonsense day in, day out, after a while, your brain's programmed to take it in. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's a fact.
I get where you're coming from. It's just that obviously that's what I'm trying to say. When I'm not one for looking at prices and whatever, because I'm not the accountant. As long as we go out there and get more players, I don't care how much players are costing. Because like I just said, if over 3-4 years or the 5-year contract that he's got, Ben White, if he turns out to be 5 good years, that's 10 million a year. That's fuck all. That's fuck all for a player. If you look at it like that. If he's only here for a year because he's absolutely shit and we need to sell him after a year, 50 million is absolutely extortionate.
Yeah. But I think where we differ from most other clubs is we've always been on the receiving end more than we've been on the good end. But we buy players high and we sell them low, or they just walk out for free. And I think that's happened so many times. And let's be honest, Till, that's not just happened to squad players. That's happened over the years to our best players.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So after a while, fans are like, I'm not sure, but do you know what I mean? If you look at Pepe, right? There's a lot of fans who think he's a flop, right? Now, he costs a lot of money. Cost a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. So you look at that and you just think, could it? Just a question. Could that money? Did we need him? Yes, we wanted him. Did we need him? Because I look at it now and I think Ben White's great, but we need a DM. We need a right back. There's want and need. And for me, I'm all about the need. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know we obviously a few centre backs have gone now, and I suppose we're in need of a centre back. But I've said this to you, but you know, even a goalkeeper, Tell, if we don't replace Leno, it's not the end of the world, in my opinion, because there's other gaps that require urgent attention, But my whole thing is get what we need first, and then we can get the luxuries after, Do you know what I'm saying? That's just how I am, but...
I know we've got a few super chats here. Go on, read that one out.
Sammy Elliott, once again, Sammy, hope you're well, mate. I think we should sell Nketiah, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't. Listen, for me, there's just something about Eddie. Eddie can score goals from any position. You look at his 2 goals, right, that he scored in pre-season. For me, he's like an old style. I've said this for a long while. About Eddie. Right? Let's go somewhere else. We will regret it because he can score goals. He's one of the only players at Arsenal at the moment that will shoot from anywhere and won't be scared to have a shot from anywhere. And most of the times, he gets goals from him. If you look at all his goals in the under 23s and things like that, and when he scores goals, he scores goals from everywhere. I just think there's something about him that I don't know. For me, I still would keep him. There's another one here, Diesel.
Sammy once again. Blimey, Sammy. God, you won the lottery, son. Or the pools back in the day. Remember the pools? Littlewoods. Hey. Sammy's put, I'm worried that Martinelli might leave because of Arteta. I'm with you, Sammy. I'm with you.
I'm worried that Martinelli, we look at it, it looks like Aziz has took his number. If you look at the player's number in today's game, so it looks like he's going to be getting a new number and obviously being upgraded, hopefully, until into the first team. So I think he might be getting a number 11, what he wants. So let's keep an eye on that. But Martinelli, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with him? We've got another one here, Diesel.
Randy again, tripod. Hope you got a quarter pounding over the week, mate. I did all right, Randy. Trust me. I did all right. Lucky I'm sitting down, mate, because I'll tell you something. I've been walking with a limp for the last weekend, or the last few days, I should say. But yes, Diesel's been fed in more ways than one. Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant.
I wish I could say more, but I can't.
I've seen that, AJ. Apparently, Ben White is going to be getting the 18 shirt. I've seen that on all the number 18. So, yep.
Woo!
To be honest, with me, I'm not really that bothered about numbers. I don't know about you, Diesel.
No, I'm not. Listen, I don't really. So to say perform, I couldn't care less what they wear.
Listen, I mean, listen. The reason why I say that, I suppose, if I was playing for Arsenal or whatever, then obviously, if you're playing in one position or whatever, then you might want that number because of an ex-player's had it. But I see the other day, right?
That can't be me. That's got to be you. That can't be me.
I'll take that all day long. I'll take that all day long if it is me, but there you go. But thank you.
I'll take him as a manager all day long, mate. Yep.
I see it the other day that we should have retired the number 10 shirt because of Dennis Bergkamp. Now, I love Dennis Bergkamp, but just because the number 10's on your back doesn't mean anything to me, Diesel.
Listen, he's obviously probably the best player we've ever had, but at the end of the day, life goes on. It's the same with. So this is where I'm a little bit different to like most other fans, right? Because I even noticed it at Chelsea with Lampard. Yeah, as players, I love that. The Vieiras, Bergkamps, Henry's, Wrights. I love them. Yeah, but the time's gone. It's done. We have to move forward. Listen, Kenny, big up Kenny. He's always said it. No one is bigger than the club. Not Bergkamp, not Henry, not Ian Wright, who's my favourite all-time player, by the way, Righty. They're not bigger than the club. The club goes on. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's big up Chig as well. Come on, my guy. I saw your Chig flicks, by the way, Chig. Loved it. I'm going to give that Loki a watch. Thank you very much for the heads up. Boom. And if you can, very quickly, if you can, Chig, do a review of the Chip and Stormzy beef, yeah? Because I'm loving all that at the moment. But anyway, everyone's probably thinking, what beef? What's beef? Beef? What beef are you talking about?
You were talking about steak earlier. I know
this is what I'm saying. Street stuff. Yeah, Chig knows what I'm on about. God, what was I talking about? Oh, talking about
street stuff. Sorry. Could you just talking about street stuff? Have you seen what fucking Jamie O'Hara has said?
Oh, I don't even watch him, mate. I think he's a prat, mate. No, go on.
That who is it? That
so biased. It's a joke. Go on.
Alderweireld and Vertonghen are the best defenders on the street, and everyone on the street would know it, or something like that. He said.
Yeah, listen.
Come on. I mean,
that's just proof he's on drugs, mate. He's on something. Do you know what? I've watched it. I've heard him a few times, and he's so biased. How he's got a job on there, I'll never know. He's an absolute idiot, mate. He's a prat. Absolute prat.
Yeah. Sorry, I know I went off topic there, but I just see it. Go on, mate. What were you going to say before that?
No, it was worth throwing me off topic for that, mate, because I get to call him a prat. But yeah, look, as I was saying, the club goes on. I'm not into this, retire the number 10 shirt or the number 7 or whatever it is. At the end of the day, our job or the club's job, the scouts' job is to find the next Bergkamp, the next Henry, the next Ian Wright, the next Vieira. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like Vieira. If you ask me, would you want Vieira, as manager? No. I loved him as a player, Tel. I don't want him here as a manager. I don't want ex-players. I'm not into that. I want someone who's got no attachment to this club. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the sentiment is what's killed us over the years, right? Sentiment, yeah? Same with, like, if you look at Lampard at Chelsea. No one's talking about Lampard now, that Tuchel's there. Do you know what I'm saying? But how many fans were crying because he got sacked? Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot who wanted him sacked, but there was also a lot, oh, no, it's Frank, you can't do that. He's a legend. Well, like, as a player, yes. What's he done as a manager? Do you know what I'm saying? Your time's come and gone, mate. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean to be ruthless, but it's a fact of life. It's business, Till. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Listen, guys, we've been going for just over an hour. I know Diesel's got some stuff to do. I need to go and take my cough medicine because it's getting to my chest now, this bloody thing.
Yes, I meant to ask. How are you? How's things going?
Yeah. My daughter's had a really mild case of it at the moment. So she just had loss of smell and taste, and had an headache the other day. But no, she just soldiered on and got on with it, mate. To be honest, and we're all negative at the moment. So I just hope that we carry on like that, and we don't get because what it was is obviously it's rife in schools at the moment. Diesel, she was sat next to obviously someone in school that tested positive, so she was already self-isolating. And then on the 10th day, when she was just about to come out of it,
yeah,
she was positive. So after fucking 10 days, do you know what I mean? Not the first, second, third day or whatever. After 10 days, when we took the test, and then she was just about to come out of isolation, she becomes positive. And then obviously she's got to isolate for 10 days. So have we. So I'm just hoping that we don't get it. Obviously, we're taking all the precautions and all the stuff that we need to do, isolated her, and I just hope I don't get it on the last 10th day like she did. Do you know what I mean? So then you've got to bloody wait another 10
so
days.
You right, so she's got it, but you haven't.
Yeah, we haven't got it. The rest of our family ain't got it.
That. You're in a small confined. I just don't get it.
I know, it's weird. It's weird, man. It's absolutely weird, but you know what I mean? I've just got this cough, though. I've got this bloody cough. I can't get rid of it. You remember that I had that cough last year, I think it was. I just couldn't get rid of it. I had that bloody cough. Just hope it ain't the bloody same bloody thing. But me and the missus are all vaccinated up twice. We've had both of ours. The two kids, elder ones, have had the first one. So hopefully that's covered us, if you know what I mean. And
that's what I'm saying. Oh, this is true. You know, why not sentiment? Yeah, the toot, mate. Yeah, the Davis, the marching powder, brothers. It's so true. Yeah, because I know he's probably on that. He's definitely on something because he's talking all that rubbish and crap. Yeah. I was going to say something to you actually. I forgot what it was. Oh, it will come to me. It will come to me. But yeah. This goes to show, though, Till, isn't it? You know, 2 jabs, and a lot of people are still getting it as well.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people.
I was going to say to you, nightclubs. All this rubbish about from the end of September, you need a passport and all that. Now, as you know, I've not had any jabs. I refuse to have them, right? Yeah. But I do love my nightclubs, yeah. So I've got to try and find a way how I can sneak in.
You're exactly right, mate. Listen, look, I know a lot of whatever people's thoughts are on the jab and the COVID-19 and things like that. Me and Kenny were saying about it the other day. At the end of the day, look, if you want to go on holiday, what have you got to have? You've got to have a passport. You've got to have a passport. To go on holiday, you need a passport. If you ain't got a passport, you can't go. Right? And it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Come round to the 10 years when you've got to renew your passport. Every 10 years, it goes up by about fucking 40 quid. And then the last time, I think you had to pay 75 quid to get it. And you all moan about it. I know I moan about it. 75 quid to fucking a passport. It's only a picture and a thing. Why you got to pay that? But you got to. Do you know what I mean? You got to, and you got to have it. Me, listen, when they're saying that you got to have a passport to get in stadiums and things like that, a lot of people are going to moan about it, but at the end of the day, unless you've got it, you ain't going to get in. It's as simple and easy as that. No, Chelsea have already come out. Chelsea have already come out and said that they're already trialing it, I think, this weekend.
I'll find a way to get in. Trust me, I'll find a way.
I mean, obviously, there'd be ways and things around it and things like that. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is, Diesel, let me put it like this. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying you don't know what's in the jab, blah, 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 and things like that. You've had a crash. Yeah? You've had a crash. You know, the ambulance come, you're bleeding, whatever, blah, 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 you're unconscious. bang, they come in, they stick a needle in you, drugs, strip, and all that. We don't know what's in it, to be honest. We don't know what they're doing.
Oh no, I saw your stream. Yeah, like the thing with like the paracetamol and stuff. You know, oh, before you give me that, can I ask what's inside it? You know, you're in pain. Give it. I don't care what it is. Give it to me. Right? No, I get all that. I just think my whole thing is I'm hearing about. I know of a couple of people who have suffered strokes and stuff. And listen, all this rubbish about. Oh, well, I've had 2 jabs. I'm fine. Well, hang on a minute. Everybody's body reacts different, right? So it's not a one size fits all. It's not. Oh, Thierry had it. He's fine. So if he's all right, I must be all right. No. Don't work like that. Everyone's different. Yeah. A lot of this is down to preference. Yeah. I can't sit here and say, "Oh, I have a moan at the nightclubs." Look, it's my choice, isn't it? My whole thing is something like this would normally take scientists 10 years. Took these guys 6 months. Straight away, that's a red flag for me, right? But you know me, I'm a massive conspiracy theorist. I am. Do you know what I'm saying? But when I'm hearing about side effects and that bloke I know has got a stroke once he had his second jab, that one has got blood clots and you're not really selling it to me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, listen, my whole thing is I'd rather just chance it. You know what plays in my mind? How do I know it's not going to save me from this? But leave me vulnerable to that down the road. You know what I mean? And I think that's where I'm a little bit funny. Do you know what I'm saying? But look, everyone's got the right to their own preference.
Everyone's got the right. And Neil, I can hear what you're saying. You can't compare going on holiday with a passport compared to going out downtown. It's called discrimination against people who don't want to. My argument to that is that if I take my mum and dad out, I know that they've been double jabbed, right? But I want to know that they're safe going out, and that there's people that we're all in the same boat. We've all had our jab, and I haven't got to worry about it. That's just me personally. Do you know what I mean? You've got Terry. I've had COVID. It was like a bad flu. I have seen 2 mates get battered by the vaccine. No thanks. Listen,
everyone's different. I've
had the vaccine the first time round. It knocked me out for 4 or 5 days. Literally, I couldn't get out of bed. But I'd rather know, for me personally, that if I do get it, apparently the jab supposed to, which it has done. Let's be honest, because the first time around when we had COVID without the jab, how many people was dying every day? Now, people with the jabs, obviously, it's only below 100 people a day that's dying at the moment. And it's going back down again. So it is obviously doing something. But like you said, Diesel, everyone is totally different. I'm allergic to Septrin, right?
Which they say sex. I was like, what?
I'm allergic to Septrin.
Get off this stream now.
Which they don't really use anymore. Do you know the reason why I'm allergic to it and how I knew about it? Is because I took it and then I come out with a reaction. People are allergic to paracetamol. You know what I mean? People are allergic to paracetamol. People are allergic to penicillin. But you don't know that until you've had it. It's the same thing.
It is. I just, look, I said this to you a while back. This is what's going to happen. It's going to be a case of what the government are going to say. Look, anyone who doesn't want the jab, that's not a problem. You don't have to have it. But just know this. If you don't have it, you more or less can't live. You can't go to a nightclub. You can't go abroad. I think what they're going to do, I think that the report I read the other day, I think 18 to 30-year-olds, there's still a large proportion of that age group who haven't had it, are refusing to have it. Now, what they can do, the government can come out and say, right, well, it's now mandatory. You can't go to a festival, a nightclub, abroad, this, that. But then what I think is going to happen, there's a lot of people. Listen, we are stubborn, us Brits. We're stubborn people, right? And I think it's a case of once it all comes down to money. Yeah, nightclubs after a while, if their numbers are dropping and they're not hardly making any money. Bear in mind the year they've had, right? Then I think you're going to see it rapidly change because they need to boost this economy. The economy back up, mate. You know what I mean? I don't think that there's not many people who are thinking, I don't want it, but if I don't have it, I can't get into a nightclub. I better have it in. Some people are going to think, well, it's tough. I think all they can hope for is I can provide you with a negative test, which should be enough, 48 hours before we're due to go to that place. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's changing every week, mate. You just don't know. You don't know.
Of course you
Do you know
don't.
what I'm saying? It's one of them, isn't it? I don't know people being wary, but eventually you'll get. Yeah, I do, Chick. I think that's where it's going to go.
You will.
Politely, the opposite. The word there. Politely.
At the end of the day, like I said, Diesel, for me personally, 2 needles, and then I know I can go and travel around the world. Definitely, mate. If I don't have it and I can't go and travel around the world, I'm not going to sit back and just be fucking, you know what I mean? I ain't going to sit back and miss out on it. I've had it anyway, so it don't matter to me. Do you know what I mean? I've had it. I'm fine. My wife's had it. My mum and dad's had it. Her father-in-law's had it. You know, my brother-in-law and sisters had it. The kids have had it. You know what I mean? We're all still here. I lost my nan to it. I lost my nan to COVID-19 in because she was in a home, and obviously it was rife at the time and done it. My wife's best mate's dad, no underlying problems. Yes, he was a little bit on the bigger side, but no underlying problems. Got it, couldn't cope with it. And I bet you any money now, they wish that he had the double jabs. Same as I wish my nan had the double jabs to see if it would have helped.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. There is another reason why I'm so against taking it, because I've just got a feeling, and I'm not even being funny or joking here, guys who are watching at home. I'm being deadly serious now, right? If I look back to around about the time where, and this is a true story actually, right? Around the time, I think we was on here obviously doing our streams, right? And obviously they were made available, you know, like the first jab first, right? So obviously, in fact, it worked on age groups, didn't it? So when you was eligible, you could go and have your first jab. I remember when you had your first jab, and ever since then, I mean, you've always spoken nonsense about this manager, but after that jab, you went to overdrive. And I just thought myself, in defense of you, I don't think this is you. I think it's whatever they pumped into you. Yeah. And do you know what? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, how do I know I'm going to, because I don't want to go that way, Well, I'm start thinking, Mikel, Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing that's making me think, nah, because it was, the timing was funny. It was so strange. The minute you got your first jab, all of a sudden, this man can't do no wrong, and the club, and I thought, and now it makes sense. I look at the timing of it, and I think, no, I'm not having the jab. I've made my mind up. No, sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I agree with you, mate. It might have done. But look, at the end of the day, I'm not preaching. I just want to say that at the end of the day, everyone's got their own mind, and you know, I'm happy for that. At the end of the day, for a personal reason, for me, like I said, I would like to know that all my family are all safe and sound. That's why I would like everyone to do it. And like I said, Diesel, I will be going on holiday. So I'm double jabbed. I've got it. It doesn't matter to me. So if everyone wants to rise up against the government and go down to Trafalgar Square and rise up against them because you don't want to have it, by all means, go and do it. I'll hopefully be in Barbados or somewhere like that on the beach and watching yous.
Only Barbados, we've got Clapton. And let me tell you something now, right? DJ Crane, yeah? If that is what the jab does, and I'm urging every single one of you guys, 125 people watching at the moment, whoever's not had their jab yet, if you've had your jab, unfortunately, guys, it's too late for you. Whoever hasn't, don't have it. Don't have it. Because if that is what it does, it makes sure I'm telling you now, do not have it.
You're right, Chig. You're right. It does. It is a bit like that and all. Because for two days, I couldn't get out of bed. Like, just tired, just sleeping all the time. You're right. But the other 2 days was a little bit like the flu and that. But yeah, the second one didn't affect me at all. So it is what it is. Listen, guys, thank you very much for watching us. We'll be going for an hour and 20 minutes. Really appreciate it. Depending on what happens later, because I must admit, I'm feeling tired. I don't know why. But I'm feeling really tired. I might go on late tonight, 11 o'clock. If not, I will definitely be back tomorrow at some point during the day, probably a late one again. Hopefully, we'll be signing, confirmed the Ben White thing, so we'll be able to talk about that and any other transfer news and whatever coming up. But until then, stay safe. Have the needle, don't have the needle. It's up to you. You know, no, we're not forcing you to have it or not having it.
We've lost Chris. We've lost Chris. Oh, God. We've lost him. Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you, bruv.
Thanks again. Look, really appreciate you. Please just share the hell out of everything that we advertise, and just like. Don't forget to like the program. Diesel, no, it's not what the government has pumped into Tell. It's what I am pumping into Terry every night. Exactly, son.
Ooh,
exactly.
Tapas juice. Oh God.
Diesel, final words, young man. Final words.
God, I can't stop that. Big up, Chris. Big up, mate. I'm hoping you were joking, Chris. There's still hope for you, yeah? But listen, it's been a while. But yeah, listen, we're back. We've had a nice break. And to be fair, guys, we needed it. I know, obviously, to a lot of people, you're just sitting down looking into a laptop and talking. But it generally is... it is tiring, let's be honest. I think the Euros took it out of me, if I'm honest. But obviously, it's been a bit hard. Obviously, the weather being decent. Obviously, the schools are closed now. So we're able to entertain our kids a lot more than what we used to. That's shattering me. But yeah, listen, we've had a nice break. We're back. We're refreshed. I thought I could leave you in the capable hands of young Terence for a couple of weeks, and I've watched the streams back, and I've seen some of the nonsense he's talking about this club, and he's trying to turn you guys to his way of thinking. So I've come back now, and I'm going to pull you guys back. I've rescued Randy. I've just got to rescue a few more of you, and then we can resume back to normal. Yeah. But no, all joking aside, guys, thank you very much. It was a good turnout tonight. 170 people at one point watching, so thank you very much. Smash the likes. Can you please subscribe? And yeah, just do your thing. Like it, dislike it, just press one of them. Yeah, as long as one gets pressed, I'm happy. So there you go. Khan, look, tapas juice. That's going to stick now.
Listen, guys, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you all soon. ARTETA in.
ARTETA out.